I'm a buff baby, but I dance like a man. She a nice lady and she shaking her yams. Spent the whole summer trapping out the sedan.
Gary, I gotta tell you something. When the cameras are on in the office, Chris is just being very artificial. I don't think he's being real with you at all.
Hey, let's go ahead. Let's get started. All right, well, welcome back to Three Dudes Watch The Bachelor. I'm Gary Pickren. Jonathan Stackhouse is out again today, so we brought our own Hannah. You know, we've had Hannah Ann and Hannah Brown, so now we have Hannah Norman. She's a student at Carolina, is going to be going into real estate next year, so we're really excited about that. You'll be able to see her in real estate. And, of course, we have Chris Clow, as always. He's here now that we realize...
You got my name right.
Now we know that he's not Flynn Bowie.
Got my name right.
And then we have our two, we have not one, but two guest stars with us from Coldwell Banker over in Lexington. I've got Adam Spires and Donnie Shealy. They are two rising stars in real estate, and everybody needs to know these dudes. Not only are they rising stars in real estate, they're just fun as hell to hang out with. So, you know, before we start, there's something that's really just stuck in my mind right now, and I've just got some concerns that there's some people here in this room right now that aren't really being real with me. And my biggest fear, I'm going to go through this whole thing, and I'm going to be blindsided and fooled when this thing is over. And Hannah, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but you were mentioning here that some people in this office were just not being real, and that they were different off camera. So I need to squash this thing right now because I'm just not happy with this.
Oh, okay, this is awkward. Honestly, Chris, I just think you put on a little bit with imagery when you're on camera.
Really? That's what we're gonna do?
I have to be honest.
I don't know I just don't know who to believe now. I don't know who to believe.
Can I talk to you?
All right, well, I don't know. I guess we'll just start with the show now. I don't know who to believe. So, Chris, I'm disappointed in you. But anyway, so this week's episode started with Champagne Gate, and I thought we were finally into post-Champagne Gate era, but apparently it won't end. It's a Finasco.
It's an absolute Finasco.
This is a Finasco. Does she not know that's not a word? I don't know. Hannah Ann said the show was a Finasco. I think the whole show this season's been a Finasco.
They started the episode off immediately with her saying Finasco.
Well, so they spend a few minutes talking, rehashing last week about all the names she was calling and saying that's not, I'm not being bullied. Yeah. So do y'all think she was being bullied?
Yeah.
You do? Don't be a sissy, man.
I don't think she was being bullied. I think they were just, a little disagreement, little cat fight.
A little fight.
Call it like it is.
Yeah.
And then the girl says she didn't even like champagne. It's like, well, why the hell did you bring it all the way from Iowa?
No, other girls were crying because they were like, I can't believe Peter's having to deal with that. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well, once she got attention from Peter at the end, she was fine. Once they were drinking the other champagne bottle that got knocked over by her, exploded in her face. That one.
That was last episode. You should have seen. Wow, we jumped on that.
I thought it was a pretty good move of her when she said, "Well, you told me to stay the F away from me," and then she said, "Oh, this is all about me now."
Yeah. How did she change?
Have you ever pulled that move on somebody? I mean, that's a pretty damn ninja move.
Like, I wouldn't even know what to say. I was like, it's time to go.
Well, Hannah kind of walked it out after that. She was just like, all right, I've acknowledged your feelings. I'm out. I really can't.
I'm done with Champagne Gate. I'm just completely over. You over it?
I'm over it.
We're done.
I'm not drinking it anymore, ever.
Well, and this Bachelor is such a douche that we go from Champagne Gate to another drama episode. I think the Bachelor's there hashtag for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? I mean,
I agree.
I don't think he's there for the right reasons.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. I think he thought he was going to hang out with a bunch of dudes and have fun. I think he didn't think this was like a serious. I don't know what the hell this guy thought. I don't know.
He's very apologetic. He's sorry to all of them. I'm so sorry.
That's the sorriest dude. That's the sorriest dude I've ever met in my whole life.
So sorry. You want to recap the first 3 episodes? Peter's sorry.
Peter's sorry. That could be that could be the end of the show. Peter's sorry, and he's a drama queen, and we're moving on.
I feel like if you jumped at him, if you went, "What'd you say?" He'd poop in his pants. That's like,
They moved on to Victoria P, who apparently now is Chris's favorite. He's off.
Can I say, Madison has moved into number 2. Victoria cut a potato in half. She stole my heart with a potato story.
So anyway, we find out apparently that Los Angeles is the Nashville of the West Coast. I had no idea that people wore flannel shirts where it's 75 degrees year round.
So is it like the general consensus he's like the worst Bachelor ever?
Yeah, I think so. To me, it's...
I mean, we don't really need to look it up. We can just, I'm just curious.
He's lame.
The other Bachelors are like this. Yeah, we're not the worst. Yeah, we're not the
worst. Well, the next thing they did was God bless Texas.
Wow.
You know, they brought in Alea. Apparently, she's a new character on the show. Apparently, I don't think she was there the original show. She just showed up. No one ever knew who she was.
Last week.
She showed up last week. You know, the rise and fall of Alea and the God bless Texas girl. I don't think since Tanya Hardin has a woman risen so fast and fallen so fast. I mean, I think she's a Tanya Hardin. She is the Tanya Hardin of The Bachelor. Biggest Finasco of the whole show was the pillow. I don't even pillow fight. Somebody talk about that because I didn't do with that.
I'm confused why they all had lingerie and that poor girl had that like grandma like.
Yeah, lingerie.
They all had lingerie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had the lingerie on.
Yeah, she was wearing the lingerie.
So during this is the first introduction that we have now to Alea, who we first met today. She joined the show apparently, maybe like a Hannah Brown. She just came on late.
But did you know she was the very first one out of the limo?
Yes, she was.
She was the very first person anybody saw, but then she disappeared.
Then she disappeared for 2 days. And so now Sydney from Birmingham starts talking about her, that she's not here for the right reason. So what does that even mean on The Bachelor? Why are people there? I mean,
I know.
I'm here to go on a show and compete against 25 girls for an average-looking dude who basically is a whiner and a cry and wants to apologize for everything. I want to stick my tongue in his mouth after knowing him for like a day.
Yeah.
So I get more Instagram followers. I mean, who's there for the right reasons? Is that the right reason?
They're there for Instagram and TikTok followers.
But
That's it. That's what it comes down to.
But let's even assume she's there to get married. Is that really the right reason to go marry somebody you've known for like 8 days? I mean, that's just.
Well, but can I clear something
I think
up
the right
real
reason
quick?
is to go on for
I just need to
Instagram.
clear something up real quick. Hannah, I am here for the right reasons. I'm here for the right reasons. I genuinely love being on the show. And, I am being my true self.
I mean, like, what do y'all think? Do y'all think he acts fake whenever the camera's in the room?
I'll be honest, that's... First of all, I'm sorry. And
I acknowledge your apology.
I think you sounded very genuine.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ladies.
I just don't know who to believe. But I do know one thing, that in real life, if you're a snitch, you sometimes don't come home.
Snitches wind up in ditches.
Right.
I'm telling you.
But on The Bachelor, with this
Nobody likes
lame,
schoolyard snitch.
with this lame bachelor, this bachelor gave the snitch a rose. I have never in the history of The Bachelor has any snitch ever gotten anything other than sent home.
Because he appreciated her being honest.
Because it's.
But then he didn't know what to do. He came back. He came back to the however many women in bikinis and went like this.
Peter would pick a snitch.
And left and went home.
Like it is.
Oh, he just left and went home.
So let's talk about that. So now, in the history of The Bachelor, now remember this show's been on 30 seasons?
Crazy.
Yeah, like 30 seasons, I think.
Crazy.
Never in the history of The Bachelor has there been such a lame ass, no other word to describe it, pool party. Pool parties are girls in bikinis drinking lots of wine and getting no food to eat.
It's like a drama.
I was excited when they said, when he came in and said, ladies, when Chris came in and said, ladies, we're going to have a pool party, I was like, yes. Yes.
So where the hell's Chris been?
And then Peter came in
I ain't got my
and
phone
was like, ladies, we're not having a pool party. I was like,
Yeah.
I was very upset. I was upset. No pool party. I just don't understand. You got 15, 20 hot girls in bikinis drinking alcohol who want to make out with you. Every one of them there just wants to make out with him, and all he wants to do going, what did Chris say about me? What did Hannah say about me? Do you think he's real? Do you think he's real? Hey, do you guys think he's real? I was like,
I just want to know how many hidden areas do they have around this house? It's like, can I take you somewhere private? Yeah. It's like they go to 25 different little nooks that are hidden throughout the property. I'm like, what? I don't know.
well, I thought the interesting thing was that the whole time he's sitting there go, gee, I don't know who I should believe at this time. Who should I believe? Well, let's see. We got 12 people saying she's fake, or you want to believe your little Peter. I mean, he was really fighting. On one hand, he's got little Peter, and on the other hand, he's got 12 hot girls saying, she's fake, she's fake, she's fake.
Can we even say that?
We can say little Peter. We can say little Peter.
Little Peter?
So Peter's trying to let little Peter run the show, but really what's running the show is Peter's little emotions.
Sure.
And it's such a girl. Anyway, so
He's scrawny, too. That's a scrawny dude. Like, he's...
as soon as, who was it, the first girl said, I don't like your beard, you need to shave.
Yeah.
Next day, guy shaved it back down.
Oh, yeah.
Who was that? Who told him?
That was a lawyer girl.
Yeah, it was Kelly.
Yeah, I don't really like
Did she
like
say
that.
that?
Yeah, she came right.
say
She's like, "Hey, listen, can I tell you something? You need to get rid of that."
And then next episode or next day, he's got to shave back
I don't
down.
like her as much. So I don't remember that part. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about the
That's
mustache.
the first thing she's ever.
Yeah,
Pretty
you
lame.
can't tell them that first day. I don't
Bring that
like
thing back.
Yeah, can you imagine your wife telling you on the very first day, "Hey, shave"? I mean, like, Seriously?
Yeah.
So we end the show with a rose ceremony. We finally got back to the Bachelor formula of putting the rose at the end of the show, and 4 people who we didn't even know were on the show got voted off. But the one who was surprising, I have to say, is he voted off Sarah.
She didn't even get. She's the best looking one on the show, and we didn't even get to talk to her. Did we even get to talk to her?
I don't know that they ever talked to her.
I called her. She didn't answer. But we didn't even get to talk to her.
Yeah, I got her off. So we're down to the final 2 roses, and in perfect Chris formula, you know, Chris usually comes out and goes, Ladies. What's the Bachelor? I don't even know his name. Ladies, Peter, the final rose tonight. Peter, when you're ready. But he threw a big wrench in it, and that was very weird, because Peter goes off screen. He goes, he's having this moment, you know, because he's got moments. Every episode he's got one.
He was smiling. Did you see him smiling to Chris? He was like, hey, man, I just don't know what to do.
I just don't know. He never does.
I don't know what I should do. I really like her. I don't think I want to send her home yet. I don't know what to do. But he never tells Chris anything. So then he goes back out, and then Chris comes out and says, give me the damn rose.
Yeah, he's like, all right.
You're only going to get one more rose here. And it's like...
Ladies, there's been some changes. This is the last rose.
And then McKenna. I mean, can you? There's the McKenna.
Her mouth.
It was. I thought she was having a seizure.
I was like, is somebody need to do something?
Dude, this
somebody
girl.
need to help her in her eyebrows?
Any man who watches this show in her hometown, because she's not going to win. There's no way he's picking her.
Possible way.
And she's ruined herself now, because any guy who knows her in her hometown is like, dude, this girl is psycho.
She's
one date and she's a clinger. You think she's a clinger?
She is a stage 5 clinger.
Yeah.
Definitely stage 5.
Yeah. So I can only wait.
Her eyebrows are stage 3 clingers. So I don't know what's up with that.
My hope is that she gets to go away on a trip with the Bachelor, and then when they have to send her home, remember they have that long, he has to walk her to the limousine, and there's a long limousine drive home. Because can you imagine the crying, the wailing, the woe is me? And I think after she's gone, they should go to her hometown and follow up with her.
Yes!
Because she'll be in fetal position for at least a month.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so I think they should follow her around, because I know she's going to be in fetal position, and she might be the girl who comes back on the show and says, "I can't give up on you, Peter." I could see her.
She
doing
could
that.
be one.
She could definitely be that guy, that girl.
Well, Leia's coming back next week.
So that's the big mystery now. So the show ends. He goes to the producers and go, "I think I made a mistake." Gee, imagine this. This guy's now wishy-washy. He apologizes every 5 minutes, and he's wishy-washy, and he's a drama queen.
I don't like him.
Now he doesn't know, should I kept her? Which made really. Do you think it made any sense cutting her in the first place?
I don't know. I think it added drama to the show. But then again, they're bringing her back, and everyone got so mad. Like the clip from next week, everyone's so mad that she's back.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, why do you have to cut her? So I think she's the final 2. She's final.
This is what they all showed when they showed her coming back.
They all got up and left.
Yeah, let's all get up ready. They're like, oh! And everybody just gets up and leaves. All the women get up and leave. I'm like, what?
They ain't going. They're in love with this pilot who sucks. Anyway, all right. As you can tell, the episode was extremely lame this week. Champagne Gate, I pray, is over. I still think Champagne Gate will come back. Pillow fight was a big nothing, so that's good.
Oh, I got one more. We forgot to talk about the. They were friends. Alea and Victoria P were friends, and they lied to the producer.
All right, so we also
that's what got her kicked off.
So here we're solving that. So we had some huge, one big thick piece of news that nobody knew. So obviously, Alea had thought she had saved the day by going and kissing. You know, which I always thought was great. Let's go make out with him. He'll forget that I'm phony.
She said, "I feel so much better."
Yeah, I feel better.
And what you call it was rubbing her tummy. Did you see that? Do y'all women do that? No. Dude, will you rub my tummy?
Yeah,
that was weird.
She was like rubbing my tummy.
So it was so weird because I'm on the way out. Okay. So because he thinks I'm phony baloney, but I'll go make out with him for 5 minutes. That'll save the day. That'll fix everything. Yeah. And I won't talk in that itty bitty girly voice, which was so freaking annoying. Hey! Yeah. Oh, hey! And she did do that one time. I have to give Sydney's true that she was talking like this, and all of a sudden the camera goes on, and she goes, "Oh, hey!" Yeah. It's like, hey, you. That's what she'd say. But to her defense, when the camera comes on, you immediately. That doesn't mean that she's not genuine. I mean, maybe she does have genuine feelings for him, but I don't.
But do you see when she's talking and she's not around anything? She's really not a pretty young lady.
No, she's kind
of. I don't even want to say. I mean, she's not. But then, as soon as somebody comes in, stands up straight. I mean, everything's like rehearsed.
And Sydney was like, every time you ask a question you don't want to answer, you like jump around the question. And then when Peter was talking to her at the end, she jumped around the question and was like doing the exact thing that Sydney said
I got a question for you. You don't even have a job.
I know. Cindy busted out.
Cindy's like,
do you work?
Do you work?
I have 3 jobs.
I have 3 jobs. I mean, but that was kind of funny because you got Alea sitting there, just kind of laying back like that, and she's like,
she was sitting like this.
Do you even have a job? And Alea's like, yes, I have 3 jobs. And then she goes, well, I guess they teach you on camera when things are asked that you want to answer how to dance around the question. She goes, yeah. And all of a sudden she's like, hey, wait a minute. I think she's...
Yeah.
She finally figured it out.
She figured out the girl's talking crap to her.
She finally figured it out because you can see her whole face go, yeah, and I love Pat.
Hey, wait, hey, wait a minute. You're talking crap about me now.
Do we have a problem here?
Yeah.
Like her face immediately.
I mean, it was like, she went along with it like, oh yeah, being a Pat is so hard. Damn, you're talking crap to me. So I thought that was interesting. So anyway, she makes out with the Bachelor, thinks she's back in, and then all of a sudden, one by one, the girls just throw her under the bus. I mean, they backed the bus up on her. I could hear the beeping on the way.
I heard the beeping too.
I heard the beeping in Elgin. I got up and
a few of them, you're right, a few of them got run over.
Yeah, I felt it.
But what about your girl, man? Your girl really threw her under the bus. Talk about Victoria P.
I mean, look, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta be aggressive.
I mean,
clearly gotta be aggressive.
You got somebody else moving in, you gotta take them out.
She's obviously in love.
But she wasn't. But she wasn't.
She's a sniper.
She wasn't. Yes, right.
She's a Peter sniper. Did I say that?
I like
I like that.
Can we say that? Peter sniper.
We can say that, yeah.
She is such a little Peter sniper.
Yeah.
No, I don't think she did anything wrong.
Well, so she gets up there.
Get off my
Well,
Victoria.
what did Victoria say? So what?
She told him about Alea lying about they knew each other.
Right.
Something like that.
But then she also said, something like, if it doesn't work out, I'm okay with all the post stuff that comes up, meaning that she's there for all the right reasons to build her career.
Right.
All right, so that's the end of the lame show today. As y'all can tell, The Bachelor, he really sucks, and I think the season's starting to go down the toilet pretty damn quick.
Will we have John next week?
We'll have John back next week. He's been out of town, so we'll get John back, but... The Bachelor he sucks, and I mean, unless something big happens, man, the show's going down. We need more Hannah Brown. We need Hannah Brown to rescue. Yes, we need her to rescue us from the season. Take him away and give us a substitute Bachelor. Let's bring in some other guy, maybe Tyler or somebody. I don't care. We need somebody. They did the pillow fight. They need somebody.
I'll go. I'll go.
Chris, you need to tap in. You need to show up and tap him on the shoulder and go, I'm tapping in. Because somebody needs to tap in. Somebody needs to. I got this. Because Peter, you don't got it. You suck. So somebody needs to tap in for him. Maybe you know how they always bring like old Bachelors back. Maybe they can bring one of the old Bachelors back, and he can tap in and say, "Dude, you are ruining."
Palmer? You think Carson Palmer?
Maybe they can say, "Look,
is that episode 1?
You are ruining this whole thing." We need Jesse. It was Jesse Palmer, not Carson Palmer. We need Jesse Palmer.
Yeah.
Jesse can tap in and say, "Dude, you are ruining the whole franchise. I'm coming in to save the day."
50 now.
You know, if Chris Harrison hadn't gotten married or got his new girl, maybe Chris could tap in, because it's always been his dream to be the Bachelor on the show.
Oh, yeah.
You know that. We all know. I mean, that's truly the right reason to go on the show, is to become famous. This is why I want Hannah or Ashton to go on the show, so they can become famous and they can tell me what happens on Bachelor in Paradise. So we'll see y'all next week for another lame episode. Great dudes, much to back.
Hey, thanks to these guys for coming out.
Thanks for coming.
Thank y'all for having us. Appreciate it. That was cool.